First of all, I would like to commend the Maltese presidency and Ian personally for his principled position. February is not the most convenient month for being a president of the Security Council. It requires character, it requires full respect to the principles of this organization, to the United Nations Charter. It requires stamina. And Ian, you have all of this, and your government and your diplomacy has held this presidency in a very capable way, and I appreciate what you did today to hold this meeting of the UN Security Council. Russia launched its aggression against Ukraine in 2014, and today we are entering the 10th year of the war and the second year of the full-scale invasion. Since 2014, thousands of people died, thousands of people's lives were broken because Russia invaded Ukraine. There is no other reason than Russia's invasion. And this is why it was so important to mourn and pay tribute to these victims of the aggression. And I appreciate that members of the Council supported my request, but also everyone who was present in the room. I am satisfied with the outcome of this meeting of the Security Council. Some final statements are still being delivered. We wanted to show up in front of you with Ian to share our impressions. Most importantly, we reiterated with this meeting that Russia is in isolation. Russia's absurd interpretation of events, which is actually absurd, both absurd and cynical, is not something that the international community is buying. And yesterday the resolution was adopted. 141 countries stood by the UN Charter. 6 countries decided to stand by Russia. That speaks for itself. Today, of course, for obvious reasons, we did not adopt a resolution, UN Security Council resolution, but the picture is the same. And we failed to adopt and even to put forward and adopt the UN Security Council resolution. We will not even considering this option because, whether someone likes it or not, but since 1991, since the night when the USSR plate was changed into Russia plate, in violation of all existing rules and procedures of the United Nations, Russia usurped the seat of the permanent member of the Security Council and turned it literally into a throne of impunity. It exercised the right of veto more than any other country, preventing resolution of many conflicts and preventing the end of suffering of thousands of people. I understand this is not the most comfortable conversation this organization wants to have about how Russia made it to the UN Security Council, but it was the biggest fraud in world diplomacy in 20th century. And this problem has to be fixed. It doesn't matter how much time it takes. We will continue fighting. I have no doubts in the support of our friends, and it will be only growing. The coalition in favor, in defense of the UN Charter stands, Ukraine stands. We are going to win. It's just a matter of time. And I'm confident that Putin will lose sooner than he expects. Thank you.
Mr. Miller, do you have any view of the Chinese peace plan? Your president today called it not bad. It's Pamela Fall from CBS News. Have you had any contact with the Chinese in diplomacy to see about their plan?
Councillor Wang Yi briefed me about key elements of the plan in Munich like a week ago. We saw the final version of the plan last night, which was morning in Beijing. There are some elements which we agree with. There is at least one element which We do not agree with on the reluctance of sanctions. We believe that sanctions is an important tool. But in total, it's an interesting document. We are looking at it. We have to examine it from A to Z and draw our conclusions. It's good that China actually presented the position, the comprehensive view on this war. But again, we have to make it very clear. Yesterday, 141 countries voted for the resolution that outlines the principles and the key elements of how this war should come to an end. And anything that is proposed outside of this resolution should be in line with that resolution. Thank you.
Prime Minister, BBC just wondered for the